Shalom, Kanye in the building. Shalom, everybody. About to get started in a second. Setting up some things. All praise to the Most High. You get my brothers in here. You know what I mean? We definitely got some heat. Fire lesson through the spirit. Shalom, Rashad. What is this? A Gadite party? This ain't no damn Gadite party. No, Shalom, brothers. We share this on Facebook and everything. Y'all can share it. People that's here. We about to get it done. Let's get these lights up. All that good stuff. You know what I'm talking about? People that's here. There we go. I'm about to say, Kanye, you need the link. I'll drop the link for you. For y'all. No demons. Yes, sir. Shalom, everybody. Shalom to the people. Let's see, Shab. I don't know why his name got an E on it. That's crazy.
Shalom. Yeah, it's from the email name. I gotta change it.
It's a whole E. I'm liking this. I'm about to share this on the Facebook page real quick. And matter of fact, Shab, if you can, man, I need a couple of them Twitter links from earlier, man. I need that Russia one. And dang, I gotta think what's the other one. Need one of them though. Shalom to the people that's here on time. You definitely got a powerful lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Son YAHAWASHI. Let me share this real quick.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, Mark.
Just share this real quick. Share this real quick. What is going on?
Oh shit. Let me see if I can find them links.
Shalom, Dayai. I share this. Let's see this share. Should have shared. I don't see it.
You said the Russian one, and which one else?
I think I seen one where you said, or was they about to hit Iran, maybe, or something like it's imminent. Might be saying it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I sent that one to the chat.
Yeah, you might have sent that one.
Oh, yeah.
Like they about to do it or something.
Yeah, it says it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be the worst attack since like World War II or something like that. Imminent.
They're talking crazy.
Dog. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Unprecedented. That's what they said. See if I can get to my Twitter. Trying to log in real quick. So
I need it so I can pull it up on here for real. I wish I could send it in like the private chat or something.
Oh,
or somebody can pull it up. If y'all can search it on y'all, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up my Twitter.
That's all I need is somebody to pull it up.
All right, there it go. Let me see if I can. I just logged in now. So let me like this.
Yeah, as long as y'all be able to pull it up, I just want them to be pulled up just for edification's sake. I got it shared. Now that's what I was doing. This jump was acting crazy, man. I don't know what's going on. But we back. They ain't stopping nothing, man. So without further ado, man, I like to salute in and say, call hello, Yahawah, Son YAHAWASHI. That's all praise to the Most High God, whose real name is Yahawah in the Paleo Hebrew. And we do so in the name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahawashi Hamashayacht in the Paleo Hebrew. I'm your brother Ratazian, and we are Yahawah's law keepers, aka YLK, man. Here to prophesy the uplifting of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the children of Israel, and prophesy the downfall of this wicked queendom known as Mystery Babylon, Sodom in Egypt, America, the mother of harlots, man. And you can see this place is on its way out of here. There's stuff going on every day. And we definitely about to go into it. We're going to go into some videos. We're going to go into some posts, some news reports, everything, man. So shalom to y'all. I'm here with my brothers as always, man. I can introduce themselves and we're going to get going.
Man. Shalom. It's your brother Shab, Yahawah, back at it again at the live class, man. All praise to the Most High. These last days, man, it's a lot of prophecy being fulfilled. And all of this is really just a faith booster, just to remind us that how close the Lord is to this place, man. And you feel me? We go dive off into it, and we go bring these scriptures out.
God. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanya. The brother said, all praises to the Most High Yahawah in the name of his only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI. You feel me? In these last days, we got to make sure we are focusing on the right thing. You feel me? Focusing on prophecy, focusing on, keeping your spirit up and serving the Lord. So that's, what I'm saying? We going into it week in and week out, man. All praises.
That's it, man. That's the main thing. People is out here worried about the wrong shit. Excuse my language, man, but I was just got to be real with y'all out here. People worried about so much of the wrong thing, but we need to be thinking about the small things to even just, give gratitude and thanks to Yahawah Son YAHAWASHI for everything. Things can always be worse. We can be out here, chasing a bag. And I mean, like, literally chasing a bag. Like, all of us, we going to get to a bag because we have family to provide for bills and all that. We're going to get to a bag. But when you chasing something, it's running from you, right? So we not chasing nothing. We're going to get it, and we're going to, continue to do the work, focus on the Most High, because what's nothing over here, it don't even matter, man. Who wants to be glorified over here in a dying society, in a place where dark is light, evil is good, up is down, nothing is right. And this is Babylon, the land of confusion. This is what this is, man. So, we looking forward to the kingdom that's to come, an everlasting kingdom built in righteousness, where we gonna have real food, beautiful, wonderful women, no evil eyes. These curses gonna be off of us, man. Just blessings on blessings on blessings. That's what we looking forward to.
Right.
So without further ado, man, you see the title, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. We want to talk about some biblical prophecy, and Lord willing, if we got some good questions, you can ask them now, and we'll get to you. And or especially after, man, we can definitely talk about some stuff, right? So look, it's a post. It's about Ark of the Covenant found, right? Or all this other stuff, right? So I seen something, so I got a video with that. Even what's going on, USA versus Iran, man. But that's gonna lead to a lot of stuff, man. Question mark. It's a lot of stuff going on. So before we get started, I'm actually gonna share my screen with this fair use, and then we're gonna go into something, right? So let me share my screen real quick. Fair use, because we about to be showing some stuff, and you ain't about to hold it against us, all right? So we up there. Fair use. Everything that we're going to do is for educational purposes, for teaching and scholarship, and just to show, what the Bible says, right? So I just want that to be up here, fair use. You don't hold nothing against us. So since this first, I want to start with this Ark of the Covenant thing, right? I'm going to start with the video first, and then Kanye, I'm going to have you pull some scriptures. I see your screen is ready, right? Hold on, I think my brother Qual is in the background. I didn't even know that. Shalom, Qual. Before we get started, man, Shalom, brother. I didn't know you was back there, man.
Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. See, they have him do the same thing.
Yep, I see. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on, man. They doing a lot of updates.
Put me a logo or something.
So, matter of fact, I'm gonna share this one because I got the video up. I ain't gonna ask y'all, right? So let me share this video, and then we gonna let the Bible talk, right? I just want to show this. This was unredacted. Oh, I always tell y'all, I can redacted. Look at this. All right, so you can see this. Y'all see my screen?
God.
Yeah. Okay. So it reads: CIA admits Ark of the Covenant is real, and they know where it is. Right. So we're gonna go into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Because I've been waiting to talk about
we can.
new CIA documents just resurfaced from 1988 that claims the Ark of the Covenant is real, and we have a location for it. Sounds like something out of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's true. And through remote viewing, describing a gold-covered chest guarded by powerful beings in an underground Middle Eastern chamber.
So right here, technically they haven't found it, but they're saying it's a remote viewing. So I want to look at that because we're going to go into it. The Bible definitely says it's a lot of stuff that come with it, and I don't want to spoil it. I want to let the Bible speak when it comes to the Ark of the Covenant, but them just saying like they can get a view of it, but technically they don't know exactly where it is or it can get your hands on it, because we know the Bible going to say a lot about that, right? But they're going to kind of expose things too, and ultimately this is just proving that the Bible and what we believe in is real. Ultimately, that's all this is going to do. Ultimately, right? But I'm going to let this play. Just wanted to say that.
Joining us now to unpack this explosive story is Jason Shurka, author of The Pyramid Code. Welcome back, Jason. Two crazy big stories that I'm in love with. We talked about the Egyptian pyramids this week, earlier in the week with you, and now we've got the Ark of the Covenant. It seems crazy. First of all, what do you think this revelation means, this CIA document? And maybe I'll ask you, do you think they're also maybe releasing this information now to distract us from something else?
I'm very glad you brought that up because it was a point that I was going to share, and I'm sure people have different perspectives on it. But let's cover what this thing is first, and then we can go over, again, just the factual essence of what's going on here. What do we know? What are we being told? What could be false? And 2 times in a week, how does this connect to exactly what was written in the Pyramid Code? So we know that in the Pyramid Code document, it already spoke exactly about what was underneath the pyramids. Well, it spoke about the Ark of the Covenant as well, with its exact location, where you can find it, and what it entails. So what the CIA actually declassified in those documents, once again, is not new information. It's just a big organization, agency coming out saying, hey, look, this is what we did. And by the way, we did it like 40 years ago in 1988. So this project is called Project Sunstreak, like streaking the sun. And it's using something called psychoenergetic. So you called something called remote viewing. Remote viewing is essentially this thing that is weird to most people, but it's very real. I've worked with remote viewers before. A lot of agencies work with remote viewers to find things that they can't find through traditional mechanisms like missing bodies. I work with somebody named Patricia Mona. She found 30 missing bodies for the RCMP in Canada when they couldn't find it themselves. And it's all done through this really weird mechanism, but it works because these very big agencies actually use them.
Yeah, the CIA. The CIA has been using remote viewing for years.
For a long time. This is not wacky stuff.
Yeah.
It's not wacky stuff, but it sounds wacky because we just don't understand. What do you mean projecting consciousness out to a specific coordinate of longitude and latitude and being able to understand exactly what's there? So they did this in 1988, and I want to read something real quick from their actual declassified documents.
Right here. This is what I want you to see. Like, it's a lot of stuff in here, but this is what I want you to see. And then we're going to have to break down a lot of stuff before we really get to the point about location and everything and what really happened. And we're going to go into actually what the Ark of the Covenant is, right? But I want you to see this document stuff before we go into it.
From December 5th, 1988. It was a session by, they don't give us the name, but it's called Remote Viewer Number 32, which means they used over 30 people in this experiment to do it. This specific session lasted 90 minutes from 9:15 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. on December 5th, 1988. And it says the following. Target is a container. The target is what they're looking for on the longitude and latitude lines. This container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver. The target is similar in shape to a coffin and is decorated with seraphim, which are like these gold-looking statues. This target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals present seemed to be Arabic. Visuals of surrounding buildings indicated the presence of mosque domes. I'm going to tell you right now that I know people are talking about, is it in Ethiopia? Because there's a lot of, Arabic-speaking people over there. No, it's under the Dome of the Rock, and I'll tell you how we know that in a second. But it continues on by saying the target is hidden, underground, Dark and wet were all aspects of the location of the target. The purpose of the target is to bring a people together, meaning a religious object. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, the resurrection. There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know. And then it goes on by explaining something which I can elaborate on further of what this means. The target is protected by entities and energies and can only be opened by those who are authorized to do so. This container will not / cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Once it is time to open the container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed, meaning they die, by the container's protectors, meaning its energies, through the use of a power unknown to us. Now, it sounds...
I just really want to stop there. There's more on there where they go, but really all of that information kind of sums up a whole lot of stuff, right? So before we get started, I want to start with Exodus, right? Chapter 25. Let's get to the Ark of the Covenant, how they describe it, all this other stuff. Let's see if it lines up with what they claiming. They technically didn't find it, but it's like they're getting a scope of the area, but they technically don't know what it is. Even they said it's still hidden, right? But they're using, I'm not going to say they don't have technology to be able to do it, but we know, or I could just say it, that we can show according to the Bible, then they're not going to be able to get to it at all. It is what it is. They might be able to spy, I guess you consider that, but they're not going to be able to get to it, right? But dang, I got to stop sharing my screen real quick. And let me share yours, right? So let's get it. Start at verse 10.
So, I was on mute. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, and verse 10. It says, "And they shall make an ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and 1.5 cubits the breadth thereof, and 1.5 cubits the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, within and without shalt thou overlay it." It says, "And shall make upon it a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof. And 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them."
Right. So really, that's the point, right? Just showing you certain stuff, right? And then they got 2 rings that you got to put some sticks in on the side, because that's the way it has to be carried, right? Because you can't really touch, like he said, even in their video, they confessing that you can't touch it. You know what I mean? People are going.
Hold on, you cut out.
Very particular with everything. Can you hear me?
Salaki, you cut out.
Did I cut out to y'all, or was it him?
It was all of us. You cut out like when
okay,
like
so a little bit. So what's the last thing y'all heard?
All right, so you couldn't touch it. But then
What's the last thing you heard?
You cut out again. But it was saying you couldn't touch it. They know you can't touch it.
Yeah, so just to show the importance, like that everything with God do, God is very extremely particular, and that's why we must listen to every single word that he does and do it every single way, right? Because the ark, it was made for a particular reason. Everything on it is of utter importance. And like I said, this one with the rings and the staffs is because it needs to be carried a certain way, right? Now let's go to the point of how it's supposed to be carried and who's supposed to do it, right? Let's go to Numbers chapter 4.
You want to start at the top, or you want?
Yeah, start at the top, and then I might have you just jump down.
Yeah, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 4, and verse 1. "And Yahawah spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, after their families, by the house of their fathers."
Right. So the sons of Kohath, that's what it is. It's the Kohathites. They are Levites, right? Everything, because all of this, technically, the whole thing is going to be with Levi, right? But each different one is going to have different positions, right? So then there is going to how you read down probably to about verse 15, man. We can just read it. Like, that's where I think I want you to stop for real. You can,
All right. Verse 3 says, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. It says, and when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of testimony with it.
See, so Aaron's sons have particular tasks to do because it's all Levites, right? But it's different tribes amongst Levi. Cohen has a particular thing that they have to do, right? So the son, Aaron's sons, they're going to be the ones with the veil and all this other stuff, and it's going to show what else they have to do, right? You keep going.
Verse 6, and shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread it over a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put it in the staves thereof. And upon the table of shewbread, they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and the covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of badger skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and his lamps, and his tongs, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith they minister unto it. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereon within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar. And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put to the staves thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall take all the instruments of ministry wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon, and they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skin, and put to the staves of it.
So you see, all this stuff is what Aaron's sons have to do. Sons of Aaron have to do. They didn't put so much stuff on here, adding stuff, taken away. They haven't even got to what Kohath have to do. And this is right here, verse 15, because they don't have they only have to do one thing, right? It is right here. Aaron and them have to do all this other stuff, and still have to be very careful and very particular with this, because this is literally life or death. To go along with what they said, everybody can't touch this, right? Let's keep going though. Verse 15.
And it says, and when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is to set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die.
So even they are putting their life at risk, because they are only literally there to hold the post that goes into the rings on the side. They can't touch nothing else that Aaron and them put on there. Anything else. He said they can't touch any holy thing lest they should die. What else? You can finish it out.
These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation.
Right. So they only got one job, right? And I just want to double down on it real quick with Numbers 7. Numbers chapter 7. You know what I mean? We could start at like verse 4 for real. And read to like 9.
Yeah. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 4. And Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, take it of them, that they may be to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt give them unto the Levites, to every man according to his service. And Moses took the wagons and the oxen, and gave them unto the Levites. 2 wagons and 4 oxen he gave unto the sons of Gershon, according to their service.
See, every Levite, they're all Levites, but they have different services based on, the sex of Levites. They still Levites, but certain ones have different things to do, right? So let's keep going.
It says, verse 8, and 4 wagons and 8 oxen he gave unto the sons of Merari according unto their service under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron, the priest. But unto the sons of Kohath he gave none, because the service of the sanctuary belonging unto them was that they should bear upon their shoulders.
You see right there. So it's showing you that they don't touch anything else. They are the ones that specifically supposed to carry the ark, nothing else. Everybody else has something else. They're going to carry this. They're going to pull this. They might put this on, do this and that. Kohath are just the ones that's literally just supposed to carry it. That's it. That's their duty. So he don't have them doing any other burdens, right? So just to emphasize that, God is very particular with how he does everything. And this is, how he does it, right? So we're going to show that anybody not supposed to touch it, right? So I just want to continue to move on. Can I get 2 Samuel chapter 6 from the top? And this is show when they moving this, because this is what they have to do anytime it has to be moved or anything. You know what I mean? Usually it's supposed to be in a place like when we have a temple, the ark is in the middle. It's the holy of the holies, right? But this is a time where it was being moved. And this is David time. David is one of the people that's moving it, you know what I mean? Or that's there while it's being moved, right? We're just going to show how spiritual, how powerful this is, right? 2 Samuel chapter 6.
This is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 6 and verse 1. Again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000. And David arose and went with all the people that were with him and Baal of Judah, or Baali of Judah, to bring up from thence the ark of God, whose name is called by the name of Yahawah of hosts, that dwelleth between the cherubim. It says, and they set the ark of God upon a new cart and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was in Gibeah,
yeah,
and Uzziah and Ahio. The sons of Abinadab drave the new cart, and they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was at Gibeah, accompanying the ark of God, and Ahio went before the ark. And David and all the house of Israel played before Yahawah on all manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps and on psalteries, psalteries, and on timbrels, and on cornets, and on cymbals. And when they came to Nacon's threshing floor, Uzziah put forth his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it.
Yeah, so he thinking he looking out. You know how if you see somebody about to drop cup, anything like, oh, let me do this, like his nerves or whatever, you know what I mean? So just go ahead, you know what I mean? Just to show that, right? So he thinking he looking out. Let's keep going.
Verse 7. And the anger of Yahawah was kindled against Uzziah, and God smote him there for his error, and there he died by the ark of God.
Ooh, see, so him just touching it, he thinking he looking out about to catch the ark. The Most High got pissed and smoked this man for his error, because like he said, only certain people supposed to touch it, not even the Kohites, you know what I mean, the Kohanites who's supposed to carry it, right? Now look at this. You can finish this out.
Verse 8. And David was displeased because Yahawah had made a breach upon Uzziah. He called the name of that place Perizuzah to this day. And David was afraid of Yahawah that day and said, how shall the ark of Yahawah come to me?
David got scared as hell when he see that. They're like, what? Oh, man, there's no way. I'm about to, man, let's not move. Let's keep going.
So David would not remove the ark of Yahawah unto him into the city of David, but David carried it aside into the house of Abinadab, the Gittite.
Yeah, so instead of taking it to where he was going to take it, David said, we got to put this to the side for a minute, man. I didn't think it was that serious. Of course, they know the law. Well, it says it can't be touched. All this, what we read earlier, but to see it in live action, I know it was just something crazy to see, right? You can finish out with verse 11.
God, since an ark of Yahawah continued in the house of Abinadab, the Gittite, 3 months, and Yahawah blessed Abinadab and all his household.
Right, so this man's household was being blessed because they had him hold it for 3 months. Now, eventually, if you read that, David definitely went back and got it, put it in his place, right? Now, before we go on to the next part, I just want to show the Ark of the Covenant, what it is, and all these other things, right? Now, hold on 1 second. So I want to go back to this video, and I want to just look at the screenshot of what that article said, right? 1 second. Right, and then we're gonna go to the next portion of this. Right, so you see what they say, full screen. It said the target is hidden underground, dark and wet where it is now. We're gonna get to this, but it said right here, the target is protected by entities and can only be opened now by those who are authorized to do so. That's already in the law, right? Only the sons of Aaron obviously are the ones that they can do it, authorized to touch. So once it is the time to open container, so we know it's going to be put up. So that's what we're going to go to next, right? Because the Most High had one of the prophets hide it and put it up until a certain time, and it said it wouldn't be found, right? But also to show individuals opening container by prying it or striking it or even touching it are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of the power unknown to us. Yeah, because it's the power of Yahawah. He already said nobody can touch it. That's in the law. It is what it is. They might be able to spy or think, whatever, however you want to call it, projecting. But the Most High said that we would not be able to actually locate it. So in a sense, like, I guess they saying they can know. I don't know if it's energy that they're looking at through whatever means of, technology they have, but we know that they can't get to it, right? So I want to get this next session while Gad trying to jump the gun, right? Can you give me I need 2 Maccabees chapter 2 from the top, right? Yeah, it should be.
I got it.
With the Ark of the, yeah, so read it from the top, man. We're gonna read it down.
Yep. This is the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, it is also found in the records that Jeremiah the prophet commanded them that were carried away to take the fire as it had been signified. Mm-hmm. How that the prophet, having given them the law, charged them not to forget the commandments of Yahawah, that they should not err in their minds when they see the images of silver and gold with their ornaments. Mm-hmm. And with other such speeches exhorted he them, that the law shall not depart from their hearts. It was also contained in the same writing that the prophet, being warned of God, commanded the tabernacle and the ark to go with him as he went forth into a mountain where Moses climbed up and saw the heritage of God.
Right here. So hold on. I need you to hold that, right? So where Moses went up and saw the heritage of God. So that's going to be the area. So it's like, you can't say that we don't necessarily have an area, but God said more of what, you know what I mean? So I need you to go back to the blue letters, just get Deuteronomy 32 and 48, right? Just so we can see the area of where Moses went in, right? And saw the heritage of God.
My screen up? You switched over?
Yep, it switched over, right? Deuteronomy 32, start at verse 48.
Yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 48. It says, and Yahawah spake unto Moses that self same day, saying, get thee up into this mountain, Abiram, unto this Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho, and behold the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel for a possession. And die in the mount whither thou goest up, and be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people.
Right there. So that's the area, right? Because Moses, we know he didn't go into the promised land, but the Most High let him see it. That's why you have to climb up on this mountain in this land of Moab, right? So this would be the area, because this is where God told Jeremiah to go, right? So let's go back to Maccabees.
Verse 5 in 2 Maccabees chapter 2 says, and when Jeremiah came thither, he found an hollow cave wherein he laid the tabernacle and the ark and the altar of incense, and so stopped the door. And some of those that follow him came to mark the way, but they could not find it.
So the Most High did something spiritual, because people followed him. They wanted to kind of mark where they was at so they could try to find it. But he said he didn't even allow this. This is something spiritual. Even we keep going though.
God says verse 7, which when Jeremiah perceived, he blamed them, saying, as for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that God gather his people again together and receive them unto mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall Yahawah shew them these things, and the glory of Yahawah shall appear, and the cloud also, as it was shown under Moses, and as when Solomon desired that the place might be honorably sanctified.
Right there. So technically, we're not going to be. He already said it. This is book, chapter, verse. We believe in the Bible, right? So they're not going to be able to find it. They can know the area, which I mean, the Most High said the area. He said, go to where he showed Moses, where Moses climbed up, and then he still took him in somewhere. So, like I said, they couldn't be wrong about the Middle East or whatever they're saying. But the Most High made it to where even the people that followed Jeremiah would not be able to find it. You got to think about how spiritual it is. He got followed. They came trying to mark it, and they couldn't even find it. So the Most High did something there. Then also, want to go back to this. So they said the entities is something there that's protecting it. So we had to think about. It made me think of like when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden, and then what he said was blocking the entrance. Right? You know what verse that is? Dang, it's in Genesis. Obviously,
I think it's 3. Hold on, let me see. To the east garden. Oh yeah, yep. It's at the end of the chapter. I'm about to pull it up.
That's what made me think it is too, because they said they seen entities. So what they are saying aligns with the scriptures. You know what I mean? Everything they saying is really aligned with the scriptures. They know they can't touch it. They technically know they can't find it, but it's like, I guess whatever that name is called again, they're project. I can't even think of the word they use, but they're looking at it, but they know they can't get to it, right? But let's get here. This is what I believe is sitting there, what they're seeing.
God, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 23. Therefore, Yahawah power sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
Right, you know what I mean? So the cherubims, you know what I mean? Because they was even saying that before. It was the same, thing, you know what I mean? So, just speaking as a man, that's what I feel like the entities are probably there as well, the same way how he kept them out of the Garden of Eden, you know what I mean? But you can go back just to hit that little verse again at Second Maccabees, and then all I will have for the Ark of the Covenant, just to show that they, even the time, like this, technically it has to be the time too, that this even being exposed, and the Most High is going to do that. Even like when it said his glory shall appear. Remember how it was in the clouds, the storms was coming. The closer the Most High get, everything is about to acknowledge him. It's going to be the snow, the smoky mountains, the storms, all these different things is going to come about. I'll just read that verse 7 and 8 again, and then we can move on. If y'all definitely got anything, I just definitely want to get all that out. If y'all got anything to add to it, you already know what time it is.
This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, which when Jeremiah perceived, he blamed them, saying, as for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that God gather his people again together and receive them unto mercy. Mm-hmm. Then shall Yahawah shew them these things, and the glory of Yahawah shall appear, and the cloud also, as it was shewed under Moses. And as when Solomon desired that the place might be honorably sanctified.
Right, so you ain't gonna be able to do it until the Most High pretty much comes back and put his people where they're supposed to be. They're not gonna be able to find it, even if they was to be able to find it, which they not. Nobody can touch it, just like it says. It's only certain people supposed to touch it, and you know what I mean. It is what it is, man. So it just was crazy that I seen a report where they saying the CIA was spying using, what's the damn term? I don't want to keep saying it wrong, but whatever they was. What the hell did they call it? I'll just a second. Remote view. That's what it is. Okay, that's what I wanted. But yeah, so that's just a little portion of the Ark of the Covenant, right? Now, who got one of them reports? What's one of the reports you seen earlier today? with this, because there's a lot of stuff going on with Iran, right? So if y'all familiar, this is the second part of it, right? Unless y'all got anything, Shop, you got anything to say on this about the Ark of the Covenant?
No, not really. I ain't got much.
So even with this one, you were saying what? You got something, Kanye?
No, I was saying about the report. Which one I had? I got the attack on Iran.
Yeah, so we understand it's been stuff. Trump has already threatened Iran, right? He knows that they're over here making nuclear weapons or whatever, and they're getting stuff, and he's already threatened them that if they don't stop or Trump's at some peace agreement that he's going to bomb them. He literally said that it's going to be something that we've never seen, right? So it's just something we're going to show in the Bible. This is all Bible prophecy. All of these things are supposed to happen, right? So if you want to show just the reports, and then we can go, you know what I mean, book, chapter, verse on the reports we got. If you got them up, the Twitters, because that's what we were seeing right on X. Yeah. Let's see. A massive, large-scale attack on Iran, unprecedented since World War II, is coming soon, because this is what Trump promised. Trump said this out of his own mouth. If they don't come to terms with him, that it's going to be something that they've never seen, right? So the fact that they're out here, they talking junk to Iran. Iran is not backing down. Iran even said like they're thinking about striking them first, right? So that's not the big thing. I want to look at that. Just look at that tweet right there. What does that say? I repeat, Iran will target the oil infrastructure in the Middle East, and humanity will have to go back to horse riding. Armageddon is one thing, but we have not forgotten your failure in Vietnam. You will fail in Iran too, and the U.S. empire will turn into history books. Whoever that is in the damn spirit,
man,
right there, because that's literally what's coming, right? So they said this to them, right? Now, before we go to the Bible, we definitely always gotta go back to the Bible, right? Let's get the report to Shab show earlier, because somebody spoke up for them doing this. Iran already said they with the smoke. They not backing down, so you could try to hit them, which makes them think they want to hit them first, right? But I want to show you that it's a big dog country that said they're gonna stick by him, and we're gonna show you how this is biblical prophecy as well, too. Yeah, Shalom Hatiz, you know, for real. I said this earlier, this through the spirit when he sent the report. That's the the meme I sent, the Giphy. You got the one up? Can you pull up the one that Shah showed earlier, or the one from earlier when he said it?
Oh, no, I didn't know if he had his screen up or not. No, hold on.
No, guys, on Twitter. Go to I think it's Global News.
Shalom,
Global.
Down.
Yeah, I think it's Globe. I think it's weird. Yep, Global News. There you go. That one right there.
Now go to the one with them, and then we gonna
have to scroll down like a few. Yep, there you go. Right there. That one with him and Trump. Putin. I think.
Go up.
Putin and Trump.
Oh yeah,
right here. Click on it. Look what he said. Now, this is the first time you're seeing this. Russia issues a warning to the United States. United States strikes against Iran will have catastrophic consequences. Look at them. Look at this even one right here. Why does Russia want to meddle with other countries? You don't understand. This is biblical prophecy. The Most High said this must happen, right? So let's go back to the Bible, right? This is big because we already know secretly behind, you know what I mean? If you're familiar with BRICS, the acronym, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran is involved with that. They've been getting trades with each other. They've been in cahoots with each other behind the scenes, right? It's been behind the scenes. This is the first time where we're seeing Putin actually vocalize this on the forefront. But this is stuff that the prophets and the teachers already know, that the Bible have already shown us, that we already told you that this was going to happen, right? And Putin is going to be that one, right? So we can really let's go to Ezekiel. You could probably start at, let's go to 38. Ezekiel 38. I was thinking 37, but Ezekiel 38. Right? Look, prophecy about Gog and the future of Israel, right? You can read it.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and verse 1. It says, and the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
So for people that don't know, Gog, it will be the president of, you know what I mean, the so-called land of Magog, which will be modern day Russia. This is Googleable facts. This is easily, you can Google this right now. Where is the land of Magog today? It will show up as this, because even, you know, chief prince of Meshach, that would be modern day Moscow. So Gog in this sense would be, if it would start today, that would be Vladimir Putin in the land of Russia. And he said, prophesy against him. What is he saying?
God says, verse 3, and say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Mm-hmm.
And I will return thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
So pause there, right? He said, I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws. You know what I'm saying? If somebody put a hook in your jaw like a fish, they got you in, they got power over you. Now I'm going to reel you in. You about to do whatever I want you to do. So first and foremost, he already put him back in his mindset, starting with the whole Ukraine war, so-called that, because Ukraine was a part of the USSR. If you look back at that, this is a part of them, their conglomerate, right? So really United States was stepping forward too close on them, trying to really take over Ukraine so they could be right there. They could walk Russia down. Russia said that was a red line. That was the last straw. So you know what? They about to start taking these old countries back because they blew up the whole USSR. They started to just be their own selves, right? The Most High put him, like he said, will turn him back, put him back in that USSR mindset and say, no, everybody that was a part of the USSR is going to be right back a part of it. And there's not only, Putin is doing that, but a lot of the citizens in Ukraine are for it. They want to be back in there. It's this dude Zelensky, that's this puppet that they putting up there that's trying to do everything contrary to it. But you cannot stop biblical prophecy. The Most High said he's going to do this. You're going to put him back in that mindset. He's back on tip with war and all these things with armor, great company, bucklers, and shields. He has some of the greatest armory in the world. He has Satan 1 and 2. Those missiles, Sarmat, look at those. Those are probably the most powerful nukes on the planet, right? But now this is the key right here, because we talking about Russia, but we just said U.S. and Iran, because we understand that everything is going to bubble over in the Middle East. And, Russia showing you speak up, right? But look right here.
Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmet.
And see, all of these are part of the BRICS. And if you know what Persia is, Persia literally is modern day Iran. This is a biblical prophecy, like beautiful symphony. It's just that perfect. Libya is with them, Ethiopia, we see all this, but Persia named first. You can Google right now. When did Persia switch its name to Iran? You can look this up. Let's just do it really tough for edification's sake. You can just look up why did Persia switch its name, or is Persia Iran? Just something like that, just to show. We're not saying this. The Bible is the living word of God, man. Everything that God says is going to happen. And we are lucky and blessed enough to be in the times to see it happen, to see it come to pass. Lord willing, we continue to endure to the end. Look at the top. Look, I think it's at the top. Look, Persia changed its name to Iran in order to emphasize the historical and cultural continuity of the Iranian people and to move away from the Greek influenced name Persia. The shift from Persia to Iran was a way for the country to assert its own identity and historical roots. So it's evident they understand that Persia is literally Iran today. So let's go back to that verse.
Verse 6 says, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Right here, this is another part of the whole prophecy that you really fill it up. He said, be thou a guard to them. They just were threatened by possibly, known as, it's been yet to see, but one of the strongest army in the world is America. Everybody believe in America. America can't lose this and that. But Putin just said, if they strike him, Iran, it's going to be dire consequences. They're stepping up because the United States, even though, Iran has weapons and all this other stuff, the United States is looking like, Iran, y'all little, y'all can't do nothing with us. But now Russia is stepping up. They've been big dog and stuff. They've been showing you that they're not scared. And then they have a whole conglomerate behind them as well. And they're going to be a guard to them. That's literally what we just seen with that tweet we just showed you. This is poetry in motion, literally right now. This is what's happening right now. This is alive. So if we see in these prophecies right now, just imagine everything else that the Most High said is about to happen is going to come to pass. This is beautiful. You know what I mean? And that's really what I want to show. That's really right there, straight to the point. That Ezekiel 38, it speaks volumes. And let's get you can get the 4 conferences for that. Zechariah,
like 1,
chapter 1.
Yeah.
Start at verse 18.
8, yeah, okay. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, Then lifted I up mine eyes and saw and behold 4 horns. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, What be these? He answered me, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem.
So these are the main countries. These 4 horns, these are the main people or countries, places that help, solidify us being scattered across the whole world, the diaspora, all these main people that had something to do with America, Great Britain, France, and Spain. All of these are the countries. These are the main ones who had a hand in us being subjugated, being, oppressed, us speaking English, Spanish, and French, all these damn languages that our people speak. Because, there's the ones that had us in the transatlantic slave trade for the most part. Now, let's finish this out.
Verse 20 says, And Yahawah shewed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, What come these to do? And he spake, saying, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it.
So it said now he's showing 4 carpenters, which is crazy, because if you look up, like, what does carpenters do? Like, usually, they build houses, they lay bricks, which will be the 4 carpenters are a part of it, at least for sure. Brazil, Russia, India, and China, because China is circling Taiwan right now as we speak. And they locked in with Russia like this. And that is another huge country with a huge population and huge following and huge amounts of money and technology. So it's like, what are they going to do? They're not going to be able to fight all these people. Look at this right here. And that's through the spirit you showed this. They are surrounding them at the same time. They're threatening Iran at the same time that Russia is backing Iran. And now they're choosing to do this. So now the United States, what are they going to do? Because they have a huge amount of investment in the land of Taiwan. But now you're spread so thin. And now you over here beefing with your own allies. You said, forget the North American Free Treaty Agreement. We have tariffs going on right now with Canada and Mexico. Ukraine and Russia, you're trying to cause peace there. They still walking them down. You over here trying to be up the Israelis or Israel's ass, and they about to get you nothing in trouble. You trying to threaten Iran, and then you still trying to be a guard for Taiwan and all this other. They're stretched too thin, bro. All these things is about to happen, and the society is going to collapse, and everything is about to come to fruition because this is what the Bible says is going to happen. The Most High says that Babylon is going to lose this time. America is going to lose. And that's what you see.
I got a quick precept.
Oh,
yeah, you guys will pull it. Yeah, because I got to stop
these
sharing.
brothers is crazy in the chat. So my son, it look like it's about to go down. Did he? Oh my God. Beautiful.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Man, grab Revelation 11 and 14.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And this is what we see. You feel what I'm saying? Russia, China, the BRICS versus NATO in the EU. This is the biblical third world war that we are seeing in our time, and we got to just continuously keep our heads facing forward, man. Keep our hand on the gas and grab 2nd Esdras 9 from the top too. Right, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, man. The earthquakes, to the rumors of war, to I forgot who was just having a civil war. I think it was somewhere across seas. But you can start it from the top.
God.
Because this is all the things that's happening, bro. Bring it out.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
Right? Yeah, all the things that he told Ezra and all the things that he written in the law and the prophets. Us waking up to our heritage, that we coming back to our true nationality, our kids keeping all the holy days and keeping the commandments. All of these things are the signs that's coming to pass, man. World War III and so on and so forth, right? Keep going.
God, since then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right? We are about to see the who the big dog really is, right? This past new moon, me and Akin was talking, we was just saying like how people fear certain men, right? But what do Sirach say? The eyes of the Lord is 10,000 times brighter than man. So imagine the power of the Lord, right? These are the things that we are about to start seeing. Yahawah is really about to start making his name known amongst the whole world. In a micro spec now, but even in the larger spec when Yahawah returns, right? Keep going.
It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Right. We just seen a 7.7 earthquake magnitude hit Thailand. You see damn, they're like skyscrapers falling straight down. That's only a micro spec level of his power that he can do. Right. Keep going.
It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right? This is the Most High's will. Nobody has free will. Yahawah has planned this thing out from the beginning that America has to be bigged up to this great whore. It has to be thrown down like the whore she is. This place got to get burnt with fire utterly all across the whole world in front of the whole world. Right? Keep going.
It says, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
That's right. Just like when you buy stuff, you feel me? You see stuff, they got an expiration date on it. America has an expiration date on it that Yahawah can see and his prophets can see by the signs and the times, right? Yahawah see the expiration date on this place, and we starting to see it as well. More and more, day by day, we starting to see this place continuously crumble and fall because everything has an end, and America's end is manifest right before our eyes by Russia, right, by the BRICS, by Iran. All of these, the kings of the East are going to pronounce judgment on this place real soon, man. You feel what I mean? Keep going. You can finish out on 6.
Yep. Verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and ending in effects and signs.
Right. Plain beginning, these wonders, powerful works. These are the things we're about to really start seeing. It's about to be stuff that we never even seen before happen right before our eyes. We might see a damn hurricane come up with a damn tornado into a tsunami, into a damn earthquake, into the sky cracking, and then some nukes hit this butt, and it's over that fast. That's how easy the Most High can end his world. Like he done it before during the time of Noah. All right, grab that real quick. Grab Matthew 24. This stuff can happen so quick, and people just don't understand it. People just sitting back scoffing, doing all of this and that. Hey, so be it. Because we go ahead and laugh if we are part of that number, and Lord willing, we are.
You want to start?
You can start at like 12, I think.
12, right, yeah. Too low. Yeah. You start at. Yeah, we can do 12. Well, unless you want to go a little bit.
You kind of just read that. That's what I'm saying. We could just start at 12.
Oh, okay.
It's like the same thing. People, earthquakes and stuff.
Rumors of war. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right. These are the things we got to continuously keep we got to look at prophecy as a faith booster. All of these things happen as Yahawah keeping his promise to us. So if all of these things happen, if the kings of the east getting riled up, if America, Babylon the Great, is being prideful and more prideful, if iniquity is abounding, and the love of many is waxing cold, we got to continuously hearken on to these words and continuously do what we got to do to endure to the end, to keep this faith in us, to continuously want to see that day, want to see the return of Yahawah, right? God.
And just going off something you said just about the end, like this is we seeing the end of America or Mystery Babylon being manifested right in front of us. We know the end because the Lord already spoke it. You know what I'm saying? So just want to pull this real quick. You feel me? It's Revelations 18. This is what's coming to America. This is the end of America.
Bring it out.
Wait, Baba Kashah, can you before you get 18, can you start at the end of 17, then just go into that just because I want to get that anyway, and then just go through the spirit for real. Start at verse 14.
God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Yep.
And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Told you that's Babylon. This is that whore. She's sitting on all these places, got businesses and bases on all these other countries and all this other stuff, right? That's this whore, right? Let's keep going.
It says verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
So not only all the countries that my brothers mentioned earlier with the BRICS and everybody else is going to be a part of making this place desolate, but you see that she's turning on all her friends right now, and all the friends, the ones that she's sitting upon, is going to turn on her as well. They're going to hate this damn whore. They're going to understand that this has been the problem. This has been the cancer, the disease, the infection all this time, and they're going to hate her and burn her damn ass with fire, because eventually everybody's going to turn on Babylon. This is thus saith the Lord. This is what it says. Let's keep going.
Now, verse 17, for God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Right there. Hold on. They put it in their hearts to do what?
Fulfill his will.
Everything is the Most High's will. It's the Most High's will that Babylon, the great mystery Babylon, America, KKK, gets burnt to a damn crisp. This is Yahawah's will. So everything is going to happen according to his will. And to do, and what else?
It says, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. Verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Right. And just like he said, this city reigning over the kings of the earth right now, but this place got an expiration date that we can see coming to pass. We don't know the exact date. We know Yahawah does, and it seems like it's sooner than later for damn sure. Right. You can go on yours. I just wanted to get that just through the spirit.
Yeah, that's right. We watching this. We watching it in. All praises. But about to keep. I might just read a little bit from 1 down to about 8, because verse 8 is really the point. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And just a side note, man, this is the point. This is the main point. Like, we understand the end of America and what's coming to it. So we trying to tell our people, return unto Yahawah, return to keeping the commandments, to return to having faith in who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, real name Yahawah. We are urging our people because we don't want to partake in the judgment that is set for this place. But if you are in agreement, or if you contrary to God, then that's what you're gonna receive, right?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep. Said, come out of her too. I just want to say, like, we ain't saying get you no damn passport and come out of her and run, because you ain't gonna run. But we mean come out of this place mentally and spiritually. Let this place go. Understand that this place has polluted the thoughts and minds of everyone here, not only so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but everyone. Everyone is polluted by the thoughts of this place.
That's right.
That you see is it had all the kings drunk with the wrath, you know, their fornication. Everybody's committed fornication with Babylon.
We're gonna keep going. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled to her double. So the tribulation and just the heinous acts and just the affliction that they have put on our people, man, the Lord is going to reward them double for it. You feel me? And it's ultimately going to lead to this nation, this empire ceasing to exist. You feel me? Like what the comments say, it's like it's going to be America, the American empire is going to be in the history books. You feel me? It's going to be over. All right? We're going to keep going. Verse 7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And the American people and just the higher ups and all these people, they think that America can't be touched. Oh, we have the greatest army in the world. We got the most firepower. We have the strongest nation that has ever existed on the face of the planet or the history of Earth. But the same way that amount of pride and puffed up nature that they have is the amount of affliction the Lord is about to put on this place, man. Right? Verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. That's all that's coming here, and it's gonna get worse. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahawah power who judgeth her. So it's about to be all hell breaking loose. This place is nothing good coming here. Death, mourning, famine, and then after that, it's gonna be utterly burned. You feel me? And that's what we telling our people to come out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, spiritually and mentally, because this is the set judgment that the Lord has put on this place. It is over. America is finished, and like the brother said, Lord willing, we that generation that see the end of it, and that we are in the Most High's favor. You feel me? And that we are created to be vessels of light, man, to be vessels of honor that get to watch this place burn from the firmament, man. Like
God.
With that, I yield.
That's right, man.
Can I get 2 Peter chapter 3?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Let's get that real quick. Let's read down. I want to actually go into this deep. Let's start at verse 3.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking in their own lust.
Ooh, you see scoffers already. They come into this channel all the time thinking they teachers and know something, right? What else they saying?
Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
That's what they think, but it's crazy that you can see things are completely different. This weather is different. The way people are talking to America is different. The way this money, the continents of this place is different. The spirit is different, right? But a lot of people, if they eyes not open, you know what I mean? A lot of them really not going to see it because they are spiritually dead. They're in a valley of dry bones, right? Let's keep going.
God. It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of, by the word of God, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Yeah, so just like Shaw said earlier, remember he quoted as in the days of Noah. That's literally what they're quoting, because in the days of Noah, people thought shit was sweet, excuse my language, and then he told them it's going to rain. He built in the ark. And just like we telling them right now, America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. They're going to lose to the bricks. their allies are going to turn on them. Everybody's going to turn and burn this war, right? But they think this stuff is sweet, right? Even though it's still going, we still at the top, everything all right, because they think society is somewhat functioning. But this place is already, this movie is coming to a close, right? But let's keep going.
Verse 8, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
That means the Most High could come back at any time where y'all thinking stuff is sweet. The time, he doesn't exist in time. Like, time is not a concept for him, it's a concept for you. So that means he's giving you the time to get right, because technically the movie is already done. He's the Alpha and Omega for a reason. So he can come back at any time.
Right. Verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
That's the reason why he hasn't came back yet. He's waiting on the people to do, you know what I mean, the ones that's supposed to come back, He's giving you time to repent right now. And that's what we telling you. We say don't make no tearing to turn to the Lord and put it not off from day to day. Because think about it, day to day is what, 1,000 years to him? You got to think, but day to day to us is nothing. You know what I mean? Time. So stop thinking about time. Stop thinking you have all the time in the world, because you really don't. Because you exist in time. That's the trick right there. God doesn't. Let's keep going, though.
Verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
He said shall pass away with a great noise. What you think that's going to be? That's going to be them damn missiles all hitting at the same time. And think about it, it said, not only melt, pass away with a great noise, but the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What is hot enough to make the elements melt? Satan 1 and 2. 1,000 missiles coming over here at the same time, all type of stuff, vanguards, all these weapons of mass destruction that these countries have. That's what it is. And what he's telling you.
Right. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, it's time to get right with God right now. It's time to be blameless and trying to be holy. If you know that this place is about to end, if you know that God is coming back, if you know that the wicked are about to be punished, what type of person do you think you should be? Unless you wanted to be a partaker in that damn being a part of the elements, if you want to be melted with fervent heat as well, then you know what I mean, you know what you should keep doing. But if you don't want to feel that punishment, what type of person should you be? What type of things should you be doing? What type of spirit should you be in? What should your actions display? How do you show your faith? This is questions you need to ask yourself, right? But let's keep going, brother.
Verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
See, that's what we're looking for right now. New heavens and a new earth. It's going to be here. It's going to be a new exchange of power. That's that new heavens. It's going to be new people on top. It's going to be the Israelites on top. And it's going to be ruled in righteousness. That's what we're looking forward to. Nobody's trying to win and do it big over here for real, because everything in this world is ran in wickedness. There's nothing but wicked people. This is the devil's playground. That's who's running it, and that's just is what it is, man. So it's time to get right while you got the opportunity to do so, because the Most High is definitely about to destroy this place with weapons of mass destruction, and it's about to be something that we've never seen before.
That's right.
And that's how I agree at right now.
Kai, you got a precept?
No, I got you if you need one.
Kai, grab Malachi 4 from the top.
Yep. Fire.
Kai,
you grabbing in the NLT. That boy Megan popped up. Shalom, Megan, man. Shalom.
Damn, Shalom, my guy.
Shalom.
Shalom, Megan.
I'm about to bring this out. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, Yahawah of heaven's army says, the day of judgment is coming, burning like a furnace. On that day, the arrogant and the wicked will be burned up like straw. They will be consumed, roots, branches, and all.
You see right here, this is just crazy because we already know what arrogancy and the wicked get you. Who does that sound like? That sounds like the so-called white man, aka Esau. They have to get burnt up. This is talking about America, aka Babylon the Great. This place has to go because these are the people that got the whole world drinking off their wine and their fornication, and they're the most prideful. They're the ones who set their nest among the stars and say no one can bring them down and all of this wickedness, man. Guess who gonna bring them down? Right, exactly. Guess who gonna bring them down? The Most High God gonna bring them down.
That's right.
Malachi 1 said, right? Keep going.
Verse 2. But for you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings, and you will go free, leaping with joy like calves let out to pasture.
Right, because we gonna understand that day is our redemption. The people that fear the name of the Lord, the people that keep his commandments and his statutes and go out to the highways and byways and keep the faith until the end. Those people are going to be let go free. He's going to have mercy upon us, right? Keep going.
Verse 3. On the day when I act, you will tread upon the wicked as if they were dust under your feet, says Yahawah of heaven's armies.
Right? And that day when Yahawah shall return and he gather his elect from the four winds of the earth, and we on that and we on the battle of what is it, Jehoshaphat, I believe, or one of the battles. Yep. We go be dusting, we go be stepping on these damn heathens like they dust under our feet. Because that's what they are, right? And you can finish out on verse 4.
Remember to obey the law of Moses, my servant, all the decrees and regulations that I gave him on Mount Sinai for all Israel.
Right? These are the things that we got to remember. We got to remember the law of Moses. We got to remember the words of Yahawah in the prophecies and keep the faith, man, because these are the things that's going to liberate us and our families out of this hellhole that we in. The law of Moses, man. And anything else I want to? Yeah, that's probably it on that. Probably all I got.
Yeah, man. That's what's coming.
Can I get First Thessalonians chapter 5? It's because, like you said, it's a mindset thing. He said, and then I see Megan said, what happened in the video in Kenya, IUIC? I ain't see that. What put me on game.
I didn't see that.
But yeah, you can get this from the top. Because like you said, right now, this is your time. The Most High said he's giving us the time to repent, to get right. This is the time we need to be getting right. This is the time we need to be trying to, get your reps in, man, to purify yourself, to cleanse your ways, to straighten up your act right now. Right before he's coming, like this is the perfect time. And we got certain little things in this time, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know what I mean? So right here, he tells us we don't know the exact time, but at the same time, the Most High said people still gonna somewhat know, and that's why I want this to be brought out, because it's spiritual. It's spiritual, but if you're not paying attention, if you're not in the light, if you're not trusting in the Lord, if you're not reading these scriptures, which is your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're gonna be left in darkness, unfortunately.
God. So I'm gonna bring this out. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
See, people always say that we know the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night. We know that, but then he tell you it's a whole nother flip side. It's some people, he said, it's not going to overtake you. It's that way. Why?
It says, ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober.
What are we supposed to be watching? The prophecies, watching the Bible, watching how the Most High is moving, watching how His Spirit is moving, looking at every single thing from the BS that's going on in our community, from what these brothers and teachers is talking about, from what people is focused on, from how, you know what I mean, you even treating people, how the Spirit is working everything. You're supposed to be watching every single thing, but especially these prophecies and the words of God, right? Let's keep going.
God says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. For God have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahawah Hamashayacha, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do.
And that's what we doing. That's what these live classes is for. That's what everything. We know that, you know, we have a comforter in the Holy Spirit, and we know that we're supposed to remain in that Holy Spirit, being in righteousness, comfort our brothers, giving the people that's doing what they're supposed to be doing hope. There's nothing to fear. Salvation is near. That's literally all that's coming for the people that's going to be an heir with Yahawah Shah. Because we know we need Yahawah Shah. We understand that Yahawah Shah died for us. We believing in him, and we are trying to put our best foot forward to show our faith, man, to put on that whole armor of God, everything, the breastplate of faith and love, or a helmet and the hope of salvation. All these things, that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping to see. The downfall of this place is your, you know what I mean, your come up. That's what you should be looking forward to, man. But we have to do the right things. We have to be in the right spirit, focus on the right things. See, it's not going to overtake the people that's looking as, you know what I mean, a thief in the night. And that's what we have to do.
Yep.
Right. I'm just seeing the comments. I didn't even see what happened. He said they got stoned out the hood, ran out for saying Jesus black. Wow. Literally throwing stones at them. One of them got hurt. Damn.
Niggas is Hamites.
That's what they over there dealing with. And that's the problem. I don't even know what they telling them for anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I get going out to certain places, but other countries, I don't know.
No, man, we need to get the people in Babylon.
Yeah, we got to leave that up to the Lord. That's Isaiah 11.
Talking about
all them damn, Hamites.
What do you mean Jesus isn't white?
No.
That's that Matthew 10 where it tell you, if nobody hear you, dust off your feet. Nigga, that place gonna be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah or something like that.
No, I ain't see that, Megan. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up though.
Man,
that's all I got. If y'all got something else, I mean, of course, you know it's a lot, but shit, we've been on here, man. I feel like we hit the point, man, and shit, this is exciting times, man.
Yep.
God.
Right.
God. We gotta always remind ourselves that, hey man, all these things is just short-lived, and ultimately shit, it's a part of our punishment. Israel ran off, so hey, we go see the redemption, Lord willing. We gonna be the ones that see that redemption.
God, for the people here, man, well, I got time. We probably gonna get off here in a minute, but if anybody got any questions, this will be the time to present them. If not, man, we gonna get off of here, and we'll see y'all, Lord willing, on Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Man, y'all know the deal.
Just a quick announcement, man. We got a little video of that debate we had a couple days ago, coming out tomorrow around 12 p or noon tomorrow, or I think it's 12:30. Make sure I'm giving some accurate information. Yep, it is 12:30 p.m. tomorrow.
All praises. Damn, he said it looked crazy. One lady walking with a blanket with fringes looked like ancient times, but I get what you're saying. That's crazy. Like you said, they ain't really got no business being over there, man. They need to be feeding these people over here, man. Most High is dealing with Babylon.
That for sure would have pissed me off. Some damn Hamites trying to stone me.
Man, what? Ready to beat the hell out of them now.
Real. Ham? That's crazy.
Well, not him, nigga. Not you.
Man, you damn mosquito burger eater.
Canaanite? Man, damn Canaanite.
Canaanite, nigga.
Damn servant throwing rocks at me.
Where did you see it at, Megan? Was it on like Facebook or something, Instagram?
Yeah, which channel was this? On their YouTubes or something? Tell me their YouTube channel. I have to look that up.
YouTube. Wow, I'm surprised they uploaded that.
Man, the Most High's will, like you said. Which city was it, or was it their main page, or like which camp? Just let me know like what to look up. I'm gonna look it up for sure.
I'm about to try to look it up.
GMS was talking about it today. All these niggas. see, you got no business going over there with their asses.
Dog.
For sure, if GMS was talking about it, I'll be able to find it. I'm sure they're gonna go to it. If you got time, just let us know.
Oh, they actually got a camp out in Kenya.
Damn, okay, that's the thing about it. Gonna throw some stones. We gonna throw some stones, all right. They hollow points. Talking shit. Talking shit.
Hell no.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, I don't see no videos though like that.
I might have to check GMS, John.
God. I'm surprised I ain't see it nowhere because I'm subscribed to a few of the GMS brothers.
It's probably too hard.
Yeah, I ain't subscribed to the heart.
Yeah. It's all good, man. We gonna check it out, Megan, man. It's good. I said IUIC gets chased. Okay. That's what I'm gonna look up, man. Shalom to you, man. It's definitely good to see you. We definitely spoke you up. See, like, damn, where the hell Megan been at?
Man.
To the Most High, you here. Shalom to everybody that came in. Please get our lights up. Please go ahead and leave some comments after, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get up in that algorithm, man, and try to, feed the sheep as many as we can, man. But it's really quality over quantity because that's what we looking for. Word to GMS. This is for the elect. That's who we looking for. Man, it's been real, man. Call today. It's been almost an hour and 30 minutes, man. Shalom to everybody. I like to say, call hello, Yahawah, Shema Mashiach Yahushua, Shalom, and Ahaba Thumb, Israel. We almost up out of here. Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, Ahaba Thumb.